Are you in the situation of trying to remove your air filter cover but it's not coming out? You might have watched the Pelican guide to align some Torx pins, but the pins are not coming out and you're just tired and trying to get your air filter out so you can do your maintenance and just get it over with and drive the car? Well, here's a surefire way of getting the cover off. In this video, we're covering how to solve stuck Torx pins regardless of how they're aligned and get the air filter cover off and the air filter changed. Step 1. Remove engine covers. On all of the covers, there's a variety of either plastic flathead screws or Torx screws. On the right hand side, there's a screw here that you can't see me undo thanks to iPhone's autofocus, but we can see the empty spot. There should be one over here that you move in the same way. This is T25. Handy toy. I wanted to show here, like in all my other shots, how it's easy, smooth, and step by step, but for some steps you do have to wiggle it to get it out from under the trim. Don't despair if it's not straightforward. Should be fasteners here and here. My air intake hose is broken, so you don't see clips on the right hand side here, but first press in on the clips that should be on this hose, holding this mass airflow sensor unit of hose, and pop it out. It might take some force. We can undo the two clips holding the engine air filter cover on, which is attached to the air intake hose. Detaching the air intake hose from the air filter cover. In theory, to take the engine air filter cover off, it's supposed to be straightforward. You're supposed to turn the Torx pins at the top 180 degrees so that they're 180 degrees from the black plastic dots. However, mine got stuck. I'm glad I pulled the assembly, including the hose.
Kind of stuck, so I'm going from the bottom because mine comes pre-busted. And to get it the rest of the way out, I'll just use a professional poking device. I just pushed it the rest of the way out using a screwdriver. These are what they look like. On that, the hose just pops straight off. Nice.
Reinstallation. First, we reinstall the cover by inserting the clips at the bottom into the plastic and then attaching the metal clips at the top.
So then reinstalling these Torx bits, it's not that much of a challenge. You just reinsert this hose, making sure to actually pass the nav sensor behind it first. Plug these bad boys in, plug the nav in while you're at it, and you have easy access. And then reinstall the Torx T30, guys. It's easy installation. And they just push in like so. Twist these both 180 so they match up and are in the locked position at the top. This hose ain't going nowhere. Neither is this connection. This goes on first. It's a tough hose. And we just twist it into position. This into position. Whip out our trusty 7mm. To reinstall the trim, we start with the bottom right piece and insert it such that it matches up with the hole here, like so. Likewise, then we continue with the bottom left piece so that this hole matches up here, and this hole matches up to the top left. Next, we reinstall this trim piece under the rubber gasket, such that it matches at the top right, like so, and at the bottom left with the trim piece here. We also want to line up this filler cap and reinstall it as soon as we can with a T20 because it is wobbly and makes me nervous. We reinstall the cap and can put this cover back on. Give it the same attention. Matching up the trim pieces like so, and reinstalling the cover like so. Tabs match up. Go around where they do hold, reinstalling them. Two go here if you had the clips that hold them. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4 Torx.